Hey guys, I'm Shanna with The Best Groceries. It is September 2024 and I apologize that I haven't posted a video in a while. I was busy with summer activities and a lot of outdoor gardening, and now getting back to the hydroponics a bit more and wanting to make some more videos for you. I thought I'd start back off with a tour of my garden, showing you what I'm growing now and giving you a little bit of a preview of some future videos that I'm planning to make. You'll notice that I have two separate raised gardens. I've had them since the spring of 2024, and this has allowed me to separate my plants that I'm growing into two groups. One is for greens and herbs, non-fruiting plants, and the other one is for fruiting plants like tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers. So this allows me to tailor the EC and the pH of each garden to a range that's more appropriate for those specific plants. In the top two levels of my greens garden, I've got a lettuce rotation going on with romaine lettuce. I'm growing two different kinds of lettuce in this rotation. It's a pomegranate crunch, a red romaine, and the Paris Coss Island green romaine. I made a previous video showing how to use 5 of the 6 trays in the top two levels of the garden to do a 4-phase lettuce rotation. Over the summer, I decided I wanted even more lettuce, so I've added in the 6th tray and now made my rotation a 5-phase lettuce rotation. So I'll be making a video showing you how to do that in the near future. The little packets I have in my garden are beneficial insects made by Copert. Earlier this year, I had a really bad spider mite infestation and was able to get rid of it using these packets. And I still have an ongoing problem with thrips, and these packets are helping me keep it under control, and I think that I'm reducing it. I have another video talking about those pest problems, and I'll be posting a new video updating about that situation and what I've learned soon. On the bottom level of my non-fruiting garden, I've got a variety of herbs, including a rotation of cilantro and parsley in the right-hand side tray. I've got pak choi in the middle tray, and in the left-hand tray, I've got dill, basil, rosemary, and a baby mint. I had to rip out my super giant mint plant because it was overgrowing everything, and I took a cutting from it and restarted another little plant. That mint grows super well in the garden, and I force feed all my guests mojitos to use it on a regular basis. In the top two levels of my fruiting garden, I've got 2 different varieties of tomatoes. Primarily, I have the Red Robin variety, but on the top level in the middle, I am growing Rise's Mini Siam tomato. I chose the Red Robin variety because it was one of the smaller tomato plants that I found, and it has been working pretty well for me in the garden. It does need some regular pruning to keep it out of the lights, but it is totally manageable to keep it within the small level of the Rise garden. The Mini Siam tomato plant seems to stay quite small. It's already producing fruit, and I haven't had to prune it yet at all. So I have yet to try these 2 different kinds of tomatoes in a taste test side by side. I'm going to do this for you right now. All right, show you the size difference. This is the Mini Siam tomato from Rise, and this is the Red Robin tomato that I got from West Coast Seeds. So I've got them side by side. I have not tried these side by side before. Genuine expression, only one take. Here we go. Trying to think of something amazing to say, but I'm not like one of those discerning palate chef sommelier type people. So, it tastes like a yummy tomato, and also a yummy tomato. So the first one, the Mini Siam, was a little bit sweeter. The other one, a little less sweet, but I would say if you serve them to me in any dish or salad, I would basically just say yum tomato. I would not have a reaction either way or be able to tell the difference. So you just choose whichever one you want to grow based on what works best for you. My goal with all of my fruiting plants is to have a rotation of plant ages so that I consistently have tomatoes for my salads all year long with no break. So I'm working on creating that rotation. I originally started with 2 plants on each level. You can see this one on the middle level at the right is gigantic and has sprawled out everywhere. But since then I've discovered that I can probably actually fit 3 plants on each level. So that will be my plan going forward, 6 tomato plants in a rotation. I'm planning to make another video in the future talking about my plant rotation and how I'm figuring it out. On the bottom level of my fruit garden, I have 3 red candy cane pepper plants. I am also working towards getting these plants into a rotation, but they take a really long time to get to the point where they're producing peppers, so this is a long process. The plant in the middle is 186 days old, and the two on either side are 152 days old. I do have to prune these pepper plants about once a week to keep them out of the lights, but overall I think they're a decent size and it's pretty manageable. On the bottom level behind my peppers, I'm working on a rotation of cucumber plants. I have 3 going at the moment, and I'm planning to put 8 of them in total along the entire back of my garden. I have a full-length trellis from the bottom of the garden all the way to the top of the 3rd level, and these plants will eventually grow all the way up to the top. I'm hoping that having 8 cucumber plants in a continuous rotation will result in always having enough plants at the fruiting stage where I can have a continuous supply of cucumbers. I had a rotation of cucumbers going previously, but I had a huge spider mite infestation in my garden and they all died, so a couple months ago I started this rotation again from scratch, and that's why all my cucumbers are still relatively small right now. So that's what I'm growing in my garden right now and a few of the things I'm working on. If you found this video interesting, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel.